Nice.
G'day, you absolute legends. Stu here from UAVfutures. Now look, I've been in the drone game for about 10 years now, but I must admit, every time I see something like this, I get a little bit excited. And what is that? Well, it's a good looking drone. And what makes a drone look even better? But an abundance of LEDs. There is no better feeling in FPV when you're cruising around having some fun with mates, chasing them, getting some awesome chase footage when their drone looks as cool as this. Now what this is the Lens 85 from Flywoo, so stay tuned if you like good looking drones flying around with some average looking people. We're gonna take this thing out to the field, have some fun. We're gonna see Raven out there as well. I will show you some chase footage. We'll be talking about the LEDs, the pros, the cons, all that sort of stuff. Putting it on the bench, breaking it down, looking at the techs and the specs. But yeah, I gotta say, this thing, it not only looks good, it actually does perform quite well as well. Let's stick it on the bench. There's a couple of different versions, I should say, as well in the overview. So I've got the analog version. But if you are into digital, there's also some digital versions. So sticking it on the bench, hopefully this is in shot in the roof cam. That is teared off. It's coming in at about 62 grams. I am putting mine with a 1000 milliamp 2S pack on here. So all up, it's about a 111 grams. I do have, bear with me, thank you editing. Oh, is this it? No. I mean, it's not like me to often lose something, but yeah, look, I kind of lost it, but a great review there, Stu. Thanks very much. It did have some other LEDs, so there was a couple of different colors. I think there was yellow, pink. I've got blue in here that go on the outside. Now, as well as coming in at around 100 grams with a battery, of course, it is a pusher quad, so the motors are on almost like it's upside down. It has a great little camera mount, so it's not about racing acro or anything like that. You do get some nice, juicy, stable footage when you're flying this around. It will look beautiful, and it would be even better if you had a digital version. Towards the middle, of course, we've just got our 4-in-1 ESC. I have mine on Express LRS. The motors, if you're playing along at, oh man, am I getting old? Do I need glasses? 400, I'm gonna put it on the screen anyway because I cannot read that well. The price, it is very dependent. So I think it's like 139 to significantly more depending on which version you're going to get, because a big part of the system is going to be the video system. So whether you go digital, analog, all that sort of stuff is going to make it a very different price. I think you can also get some different receiver options, of course. Like I said, mine is on Express LRS. It comes with a different battery style holder, so it actually has this I don't know if it's TPU, but like a 3D printed sort of mount, and hopefully this is going to be in shot in the roof cam, and it sort of what we call toilet tank style. So it goes across the horizontal axis or of the drone right there, or the roll axis. And it makes for a very stable flight experience as well. Now, it is not perfect. When we talk about the quality of the thing, I think the quality is fantastic. I've had no qualms whatsoever. When it comes to the design, there is two parts that I do want to discuss. One irritates me, the other I can live with. So for me, the perfect camera angle, and we're going to see if we can get this in shot as well, the back of this camera right here on the analog version actually clips into the frame. So the carbon frame, you sort of need to force it a little bit, and the way it works is if my arm is the carbon frame, the camera angle can either be, my fist let's say, the camera angle can either be down below or flat and above. My angle kind of wants it in line where that carbon frame is. So the perfect angle for me, it's just too steep, and if I flick it on top of the carbon frame, it's just too shallow. So it's in the way a little bit. I can live with it, but it kind of annoys me. And the other part I want to talk about in the design before we go out and have some fun is there have been some people having discussions of this frame, because the LEDs are inside here. Check this out. Does it actually make it much weaker? Now look, I know these quads are not designed to take a huge beating, crashing around. We did crash this thing a few times. I've had plenty of fun with it. It's cool showing it off in the air and that sort of stuff. However, this plastic, I wonder, would it be stronger if it was solid versus if it had this cutout? Because these LEDs, you can actually, it's actually like a rope of LEDs you can pull out and change it. So that is one thing you need to consider as well. For me, I think it's worth it. I'm happy to fly around with it, but there's some people who don't care about the looks of the drone and they might prefer a solid option. So I'm going to say to the guys over at Flywoo, please give us the option for a solid frame as well. So not only can we have our LED frame, if we really did want, we could put on a solid frame because it does fly well. It flies really well. So some people wouldn't be buying it just for the LEDs. They want it because, look, it's a great fun flying drone. So look, that's it on the bench. Let's go out to the field. I should say, let me know about the audio. I'm worried about the echo because I did shut the door here in the studio. There's a big door that opens up. I'm filming, look, this is in my garage, but I wanted to show this off. So this lighting was the best way that I could do it. Anyway, radio out here in the field. We got old man Raven in the background. Pretty excited because we're checking out this bad boy right here, the Flywoo Lens 85. We're gonna try and get some chase footage depending on the old man's style and find out, is this a good drone? How's it go? And generally just have some fun. So radio, let's do it. Got my fancy new radio. Oh, I better turn my goggles on though, yeah. All right, we're in air mode. Got 1,000 milliamp hour battery on here. Let's rock and roll. I think I set this as my arm switch. Oh Jesus. Man, it sounds zippy, doesn't it? Yeah. For a little 2S. All right, let's go for a little bit of a cruise. Of course, we're on Express LRS. So I'm not worried about the range at all. I probably would like the camera angle to be more juiced. I'm gonna come in for a landing because at the moment it's way too subtle for me. I wanna go a lot faster than this. So let's bring it in for a little landing, yeah. Come on, I don't wanna break it. There's this tiny little bit of carbon I've got to get past. Okay, let's try this again.
Take two.
Yeah, that does feel so much better with a camera angle. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give it a blip just to see how fast it can go. Ooh. I mean, it is only a 2S, but it's feeling pretty nice. I feel like the cameras, you know, it's not a warm camera, it's a cool colored camera. Feels pretty stable in the air though, I like it. Of course, just the analog version, so the video is pretty normal, I guess I would say. We could test out the range, I guess, a little bit. Of course, Express LRS, it's gonna be good. But look, I think it's a fun little flyer. It's used about 1/3 of the pack at the moment, and it is crystal clear all the way out here. So we are going, I'm gonna turn around actually. It's starting to freak me out. I'm too lazy. Should we go over the mangroves? You know that always ends well, right?
Oh, definitely.
All right, all right. Flight. Yeah, first flight over the mangroves. I would be scared of snakes if I went in there.
Very high pitch.
Yeah, it is a very, very high pitch. Cruising around, let's come in here. Of course, I'm flying mine in acro mode or, you know, not horizon mode. Let's test it out, see how stable it could be in acro mode. I think that's this one. Yep. Oh man, that camera angle's way too high for me now. All right, let's see. It's holding the voltage pretty well. Man, a lot of fun though. I think this would be good if you're flying around like indoors and outdoors. Of course, you wouldn't have your camera angle quite so high if you were flying around indoors, but very easy to control. It feels light on the sticks. There's no vibrations, no oscillations. How's it look in the air? Can you see the lights coming through?
It does actually. You can see it when you get in the darker spaces around here.
Okay. Oh, bit of ghost branch. Oh, lucky we got those protected props.
Maybe the trick would be to crash at some point, and we'll be able to see if we can see it.
Oh, you mean okay? If you were flying around, would you be able to see it in the dirt? I do miss digital though. Yeah. Flywoo's been making some really good stuff though, I think. And for a pretty large battery on here, like 1,000 milliamps, it's handling it really well. We're over 3 minutes in flight time. See if we can do a few little acrobatics. Nope. I think the wind got me, see if we can go the other way.
It is a bit windy today.
Nah, need to work on those power loops, Stu.
Here comes a bit of wind now.
It's all good. Oh, we're getting the low landing, low voltage. Should probably bring it in. Used about 800 milliamps. Oh, wasn't watching where I was going.
Some birds coming for you. Go back the other way.
Okay, what? Go back and say hello to them.
Oh. They're all around you.
We're almost getting low battery though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty low. Although these batteries, the Flywoo batteries I sent, are holding up as well. All right, what I'll do, I'll bring it in, we'll hand it over to Raven and see what he thinks. Oh, I'm gonna try and knife edge this, right? Ready for some crazy shenanigans? This is where I gotta pick the drone up because here we go. Oh, let's flip over after crash. Oh, close.
Oh. Yep.
Hey!
Nice.
Oh. I was actually aiming for you then. It was very close, very close. All right, let me turn this off and then we'll hand it over to you. Rightio, so old man Raven, you saw this, the Lens 85. It's about, I think, 170 for the analog version. It can go up to a lot more, maybe like 400 or something for the digital versions, depending on what type you get. How did this look in the air? And then what's your first impressions on it before you take it for a fly?
It looked really smooth in the air. It's a noisy little thing. Like it's quite a high-pitched, like a really high-pitched kind of tune, but...
What do you think about the frame and the design of it?
I like the LEDs. I'm an RGB kind of person, so you're always going to impress me with that. But no, it seems really good. I sort of semi-wonder if maybe you're giving a bit of durability up for the LEDs because they're going through the frame.
Yes.
They're not on the outside or the inside. They're actually part of the frame.
Yep.
So maybe, I think someone else said if you had a version without the LEDs maybe. But no, it doesn't seem like it's too flimsy or anything. And it's a Cinewhoop. It's not like it's made for huge acro performance. It's more of a cruiser.
Now I've got this in, not air mode, like acro mode at the moment, because I would say if you do want to fly self-level, we'd have to put the camera down, because at the moment the self-level was just far too intense with that camera angle.
Massive
camera
angle.
it had too much power. It was too much fun. I couldn't not do it.
It's like 75 degrees.
All right, so you ready to rip it?
It's gonna rip for sure. Look at it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Here's your pack, I should say as well, and the way I kind of like it, they're the batteries it comes with. That was really easy to, it's like a little printed mount to change out as well. There's also one for 650, which of course I left behind.
I see.
It's a very tight fit, but it does hold it nice and snug. So I'll let you cram that in there.
So that goes in there?
It goes in there, man. It goes in there. That's what she said. So nice and snug.
So what's that, 1,000?
That's a 1,000 milliamp hour. So we just want to make sure this doesn't get down into I would probably flip that over. Let's tuck it in here. You know this old trick?
Yeah, that should be fine.
I'll let you do that. You know what I'm talking about.
Slip it in between.
Yes.
Safety first.
Yep. All right, let's plug it in. Do you want to fly with your goggles? On my goggles?
No, let's use yours.
Okay.
Because they're all set up.
All right, you're happy to take off. I'm going to film the drone taking off, and then I'll come back and get your impressions. Well, your flight. All right, you are clear.
I love it whenever I'm reviewing something for you, it's like new drone, new radio.
Yeah, man, that's how it works. So, but you're over some water right now. Let's maybe just, look, do I say to chill or just have some fun, I guess? How's it feel in the air? I noticed you're going very close to that tree.
It's just your crazy camera angle. Oh my, I forgot about that.
Yeah, just hang out there a bit so we can actually concentrate. Do you want to bring in, do you want me to turn it down?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, bring it in. We'll turn it down. Let's see how your landing skills are. Whoa, jeez. Come on in. Slowly.
I can't stop laughing. I gotta get back over here.
Come on. You've only got this one pack, brother, for before that we get the other little packs. This is the good pack.
Fuck,
Ah.
I couldn't even disarm.
Oh, he doesn't know the new radio. Okay, let's put this down for old man Raven. For those playing at home, this annoying piece of plastic at the back of the camera is in a real precarious position.
Oh, screw it.
Yeah, you're going to have to get used to this because that's the angle I want. And
oh, suck it up. We'll suck it up. We'll suck it up. What's the worst that could happen? Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Okay, so how did the drone feel power-wise? I'm going to ask you some questions.
Let's go. I'll take it out here and I'll be able to tell you that.
Yes?
Because I've been flying the Mob 8 a lot, so...
Okay. For a little 2S, how does that feel in the air?
It feels okay. And look, it's really windy today, so you've got to take that into account. But okay, let's go fly down here a bit.
It is a high-pitched drone. You're definitely going to be noticed if you were trying to do any stealth ripping. I have no idea where you are.
It's
You're
not
probably
like a stealth
out there somewhere.
One.
Oh yeah, I can see you over there. Any oscillations?
Well, okay. It's windy, so it's always hard to tell.
Yeah, but like little vibrations.
No, but it feels solid. Like it feels like if I can do this kind of stuff on like 1,000 degrees up to which you got me on at the moment.
Yeah, it's about 70 degrees. Settle down.
Let's see how we go. So go around here a bit.
Yep. This is where you're going behind a large mound of dirt.
Yeah.
So thank goodness we've got Express LRS over there.
Glad I got through there because I can't see. Yeah, I mean it's analog, so it's fine. It's clear enough. The VTX seems fine. It's not like super noisy or anything. It's not like if I'm giving it on the throttle, I'm not getting heaps of weird noise bands.
What about the price point for about 170 bucks from Flywoo for this version?
Yeah, I mean for a Whoop that's amazing, and if you got the cool LEDs as well. So if you maybe had a friend with one, I think
we're going to try and do some chase footage in a minute and see what it looks like.
I think this kind of thing, the benefit would be actually if you did have a few friends and you had a few different ones. I kind of want to knife edge that one. That gap's pretty small, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not going to make that, brother. And what about with the 1,000 milliamp hour battery? How do you feel with that size? To handle that well? Like
I haven't even thought about my battery yet. So.
Okay. There's a lot of water over there, bro.
All right. I stopped just
it is ripping around. It does look really good cruising through the air. And that's probably my camera angle helping there. You're making me dizzy just watching that. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, okay, so it does have the 650s as well, which is the other recommended size, I think, more for a little bit more punch and zip and fun, but I had no problems with the 1,000 milliamp hours. That's going to be so loud in this camera. Oh, little tree there. Okay, see if you can knife edge something, and then we're going to bring it in for landing and we'll wrap it up. I've been talking. You should be talking about this. I'll get your thoughts once you bring it in.
All right.
All right, come on, bring it in. I want to see a really nice landing on the chair next to me, all right?
Okay.
Come on, here's the chair. Okay, little flip, you almost hit me. Come on, slow it down, you old man. You're still at like 20 degrees. Slow it down more, half that speed.
I can't remember where the arm switch is.
Oh yeah, I'll flick the arm switch for you.
All right.
Come on.
In the blue chair?
Yeah, in the blue chair. That's the blue. You missed the blue chair.
I fucking missed everything, I think.
All right, let me stop this DVR. You can unplug it. It does look pretty wicked like that. I do like the look of it. I probably feel like I don't put radios on chairs in a windy situation. UAVfutures tip number 32. Yeah,
I would have fallen for that one for sure.
Yes, all right, unplug that.
I don't want to unplug it. It looks so good.
Okay, you can leave it in then. All right, so your impressions of the Lens 85, 170 bucks with it for the analog version. There is different options. How'd it look, feel, fly? We've got the 1,000 milliamp hour battery on there. How was your flight time? Let me ask that.
No, it's like it's good when you don't have to worry about it. You're not feeling that sag at all. So I never got to that point. I didn't even look at when I landed it but I never felt the sag at all. No, it was really good.
Okay.
I like this really low profile.
Yes.
So if you are going to be doing these sort of in these kind of areas where you want to go exploring, it's perfect.
It's probably not going to get snagged as much.
Yeah, not too tall, and the toilet tank I think is good for that. So it keeps your rolls really centered.
I think that center of gravity on this is really, really good.
And they're, I like absolutely no jello at all. And it's super windy today. It's super sunny today, and even analog you only get jello, but they are mounting. So arguably what they've done with the 03 apparently is really good for it as well. Okay. But this analog version, obviously they haven't just because it's analog, it's not like they've just banged it on because they don't care. They still have a really
with the vibration dampening sort of. I am a bit pedantic. I wish it was just a bit bigger because that pisses me off that I can't have my camera angle.
Oh, I see now.
More, it's like either too much or too little for me. That's probably that's my gripe. What about any range issues, dropout or anything like that? Because
again,
Express LRS. But
ELRS, using a proper link. No, and like the motors sounded really good. My only concern would be crashing it again with that frame with the LEDs taking up a bit of the rigidity. But you know, maybe if they come up with a different
like an all-in-one.
Yeah, so
like no LED cutout. You mean you just want a solid one?
If they had a solid one,
okay.
But then that might.
Even just carbon, I don't even know. Maybe that's stronger than carbon at that size. True. I'm not sure.
Never know. And maybe the LEDs, they look cool enough.
Yeah, they do look
Who cares?
Cool. Yeah. And I guess it depends how much your frame is as well. Frame's cheap enough.
The one thing you'd have to work in is if you do crash and take out, are the LEDs going to
comes with bonus LEDs.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So
they
probably would then. So, no, but it's good that they've thought about that. Because, there's nothing worse than paying all that money and it does break. And but if you've got spare stuff in the pack, good on you, Flywoo.
All right, let's give me, what's your score out of 100? Everything considered, how's this drone for you? I mean, there's no such thing as a 10 out of 10 perfect 100 cents for every dollar drone.
No.
How does this drone rate? Give me a score out of 100. What's the Raven score?
A 76.
76, okay.
Pretty solid, so not amazing.
It's not your favourite drone?
Maybe if I've flown the 03 one.
Oh, okay, but that costs a lot more money too. Well,
exactly.
You know, it's like 200 extra dollars.
Might change it.
So, all right, so you're saying about a 76 for 170 bucks.
Yep.
Nice. All right, thanks, mate. Let's try and get some chase footage. So
there it is. There's my review of one of the best looking drones I've seen in a long time, the Lens 85 from Flywoo. And I got to say, do I recommend it? Yeah. Do I like it? Yeah. Is it perfect? Nah, no. But I think it's pretty kind of close. So the only thing that really bugs me is that camera mount, but that might be a little bit different if you had the analog, if you had the digital versions or something. However, they cost a little bit more as well. Is it enough to live with? Yeah, and I'm probably going to fly this thing for a fair bit of time to come, especially if I've got some mates around, we're doing some chase footage. Can you imagine how cool this would look if you were doing some illegal night flying or at some races or something like that? So look, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Share some love for Raven down below. Put your comments down below. What color do you think you would get if you had one of these? Subscribe for more FPV related content. Be kind to each other. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. And if you have some thoughts about the radio, I'd love to know what you think about that little surprise coming up as well. And if you're still here and you get some value out of my videos, maybe considering joining my Patreon. But other than that, subscribe for more FPV related content. And as always, happy flying.
Start it up.